Welkom terug by chatNOU. Ons gesels vandag met ons tweede kreatiewe kerel, Andrew Kayser se openingsaand was op 20 Julie by die Kalashnikov Gallery. That's how you say it, right?
Kalashnikov.
Yes, with At Home After Dark, en hy gaan natuurlik by die August House Open Studio groep kunsuitstalling ook wees, en vandag gaan ons hoor oor sy kunste. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew, give us a brief overview of the kind of art that you can create and your style and the mediums that you use.
I mostly create large mixed media works on canvas, works on paper. I use a variety of materials. Recently I've gotten into doing some stitching.
Oh, wow.
I cut out material, works on paper, drawings.
Talking about those drawings, what kind of, what do you use? Do you use ink, pencil, and why do you use it?
A variety of mediums, whatever sort of suits what you're going to do best. Mostly I like pen and ink. Yeah, I like the very dark kind of pen, that intense blackness.
And you also have paintings as part of the exhibition, and they are quite on a large scale. Any reason for that?
I've always sort of worked on a large scale with the paintings. I just don't seem to be able to scale it down somehow. I also want the works to kind of overwhelm and dwarf the viewer so that they have a real presence, and they, that's the reason.
And tell us a bit more about the concept At Home After Dark. What is it about and what inspired that?
Okay, artists often get the question about inspiration. It's always quite a tricky one. For me, inspiration comes a lot out of working, and this show in particular, they don't just pop up out of nowhere, they come out of consistent periods of work. It was really just, the title, it's quite a long story to explain, but I like the juxtaposition of At Home, which is quite sort of, seems like something warm and comforting after dark, and then it adds a slightly more sinister sort of overtone. So that's kind of where I'm at, yeah.
And talking about that juxtapositioning, you use quite like a morbid grey colours, and then you move over to warmer colours like maroon and red. Why do you do that though?
Again, the particular palette that I'm using often develops out of working and out of process. I'm not sure if I would call it a morbid grey, but again, I like sort of strange, peculiar juxtapositions, and a lot of the work is quite dark in sort of content. And I like to sort of create a sense of dissonance by then using some sort of lighter, more pastel colours. And
what is your involvement at the August House exhibition?
I've been in August House for about 2.5 years with some other fellow artists, and we will be participating in the open day, exhibiting works. We will be in our studios on Sunday, so people can come along and say hello and have a look and see how the artist's work process goes.
And talking about that work process, why do you think art exhibitions like these are still important?
Well, in particular, this is something a little bit different in the sense that it's an exhibition, but at the same time, it's not often that the public gets an opportunity to come into a building like August House, where it's probably got the most artist studios just in one building, and it's quite a unique opportunity to see that amount of artists and have a look at their different processes, their different ways of working, and just to be exposed to a lot of art just in one day, as opposed to sort of trying to track around and find out where you're going to see these different artists exhibiting. So it's quite a unique opportunity in that way for the public.
And where can people follow your work or purchase your work as well?
I've got an exhibition at the moment at Kalashnikov Gallery in Braamfontein. I just use my name, Andrew Kayser. If you can find all my work on Instagram or online, I always just use my name, Andrew Kayser, Kalashnikov Gallery, Braamfontein.
En dit is presies waar jy dit gaan vind. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us and good luck.
Thank you.
En jy moet verseker 'n draai gaan maak by die uitstalling in Johannesburg. Ons sien jou dan nou weer.